I'm Joe Duffy for Picks and Parlays. I got just one question for you. Are you ready for some football? Winners? Well, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm going to have plenty of winners for you here, and most importantly, at Picks and Parlays. Joe Duffy, been doing this, a professional handicapper, full-time handicapper, and pro gambler since 1988. I'm going to preview the first game of the year, Thursday Night Football. It's the Dallas Cowboys at the Philadelphia Eagles. This game opened at Philadelphia -7, shopping around the best lines available, Dallas plus 8.5 at -105, or Philadelphia -7.5 at -110. 65% of the bets, 73% of the money are on the chalk, the Philadelphia Eagles, if you're from the Philadelphia area. Of course, it's the Eagles, I-G-G-L-E-S. The best totals, you can bet over 45.5 at -109, or under, over 47.5. 47.5. Over 47.5 at -109, under 47.5 at -110. 79% of the money and 78% of the bets are on the under. Now, that's somewhat surprising, as the public, for the most part, generally prefers overs, but I did notice this week, at least early on, a lot of money on a few unders, but the belief is with the players no longer playing in the off-season that much, most of the offenses, that the offenses rely a little bit more on getting on a groove, while the defenses rely on momentum. So that has a lot to do with it. But still, surprising, a lot of early bets and money on the under. Now, weather, 33% chance of rain, gusts at 12 miles per hour. And wind is the most important thing when it comes to handicapping, and it's right there. Once it starts getting into the double digits, 12, 13 miles per hour, now these are wind gusts, so keep a close eye on that as you get closer to game time. Not to mention the precipitation, which could be a little bit overrated when it comes to either really the side or the total, unless, of course, it's an absolute downpour, but that's not what is expected. All right, I do have, by the way, a wise guy play on the side at Picks and Parlays. Here is my free pick. I got a couple free picks on this game. I got the totals bet, and also I do have a prop bet for you. For my totals bet, Dallas and Philadelphia to go over the 47.5. Maybe that was wishful thinking when I slightly misspoke and said 45.5 was the total, but I still like the over 47.5. And pretty much anytime I give you a free play here, what it means is it's on my list of possible premium plays that I will release at Picks and Parlays, but I like to wait a little bit later on in the week as some of my other simulators come in. Also, more accurate contrarian information. Of course, I gave you the money as of right now, but as we get closer to game time, it becomes a little bit more reliable as far as using contrarian information, etc. One of my top simulators, Sportsline, which does fairly well with NFL totals, they give us a 68% chance to go over the total, projecting 55% score, 55 points scored in this contest. And in fact, it is their best bet of the week as far as a side total or money line. Also, BetQL, not too bad. They do have 49.5 points projected, which again, based on the live line of 47.5, that's still a decent total. I don't think a lot of you realize, or most gamblers, no, you do because you're smart. You're watching this video. You realize it. But most gamblers don't realize the importance of just a half a point. So 2 points is a lot when it comes to a total. If we've got a 2-point advantage, not like overwhelming, but on our simulators, that's generally pretty good. So we got a couple simulators, and the truth is, as I record this, a couple of the other commercial ones that I trust have not quite been updated as of yet. And even some of the other ones that I use, it's not like there's any major conflicting information. It either has it right around the total or maybe slightly below. So of my two strongest statements by the simulators that have been updated that I do subscribe to, they both lean towards the over. The Cowboys did lose a lot, and they have quite a few changes on defense, including on their coaching staff. They're hurt at a cornerback, Travion Diggs, not 100%. It's arguable whether or not he's still the big star that he was a couple years ago. Can he fully recover from his injury? Carson is also out, but Lamb and Pickens do match up very well. I've always said, and I saw a prominent gambler once say, don't want to be a lone wolf. Know what your strengths are, and then when someone else's strengths align with that, then definitely I love corroborating information. And I consider myself to be an advanced analytics handicapper where we use a lot of computer stuff, but some of the opinions I trust that know these matchups inside and out really like how both of these wide receiving cores match up against the secondary, including that's Super Bowl secondary. Lamb and Pickens do match up pretty well against them. So again, I do like the over. Also like a prop bet, A.J. Brown of the Philadelphia Eagles. Anytime scorer, plus 155. Of course, the prop lines vary a lot more than the side and totals do. Brown did get involved a little slowly last year, but towards the end of the year, they really started clicking him with Jalen Hurts as he scored on 5 of the final 7 games. He has scored in more than 50% of the Philadelphia Eagles' home games. Of course, we know about that bizarre Micah Parsons trade, devastating to the Pokes pass rush. Yeah, I know they got a good player in return, but still, both of these defenses a smidgen banged up, but especially in this case, Dallas, they're really one in transition. I think they are going to start that. A.J. Brown's almost certainly going to score, well, not almost certainly, but very likely to score a touchdown. So I like A.J. Brown as an anytime scorer. I also like this game over. And remember, Picks and Parlays, Joe Duffy's Picks. And when I was on the score phone, I started in 1988, and sometime in the early 90s got the nickname of the NFL specialist. Been doing as well in the NFL as any handicapper has in any single sport. I've been doing this professionally since 1988, which is 37, I guess is my 38th year, I believe, professionally. So make sure if you want winners, lock in long term now with Joe Duffy.